If you suddenly start breaking out in places that normally you would never break out in those places, maybe when you apply products that ordinarily your skin is already used to, like your daily skincare, and suddenly your skin just start acting funny, like you suddenly start getting redness after applying those products, your skin barrier is most likely compromised. You really need to know when to differentiate between skin barrier damaged and skin purging. Knowing when to differentiate between the both would help you manage your condition better. Purging happens when a product increases cell turnover. It pushes those acne under the skin, it brings them to the surface. That is the reason why purging usually happens on the places you usually break out already. These days, most people just confuse breaking out in weird places for skin purging. No, when you begin to break out in places that are not usually like the places you break out, then you should know that there's something going on that you need to pay attention to. And if you usually like maybe have acne that comes and before you know it, it clears out, it does not leave any scar on your skin, that is most likely skin purging. Because sometimes I notice when I have some acne, maybe when I'm using my tretinoin and I have some very funny acne that just comes out and I just keep going on my routine and all of that, sometimes it disappears without leaving any scar. So that's how you know you are having, like, your skin is actually having a very good cell turnover. So that is actually part of purging, skin purging. And if you start noticing you have like acne and it does not give you any form of inflammation, you're not having inflammation, it's not looking very red, that is actually skin purging, because it's not supposed to be painful. Like, yes, it might be a bit sensitive to touch, maybe when you're touching it you feel it, like it's there, like it's just like tender, you know. That is actually how the skin purging is actually supposed to look like. Now when you start noticing all those kind of pain, like those kind of acne that when you touch the edges and it's like giving you like headache, like some acne can come and you are like having headache, some will come up here, like there's one I've had around this place, and if I just touch it I start having headache. That is an obvious sign of barrier damage. Honestly, I can't call that skin purging. That is not skin purging. You need to know when to differentiate between the both. I'm not saying you cannot break out in weird places. You can actually break out in weird places when you are on supplement, like brightening supplement like glutathione, maybe you're on IV, or you're using some certain product that can actually brighten your skin like MSM and the rest of them. You're most likely going to have very weird kind of skin purging. Like when I was on MSM, I realized I can even have like breakout on my like butt, like it can come out on my butt or in some very very weird places. But in those instances, you know, it's normal, it's what you're taking. This is an internal detox, you know. But when you're not using topicals and you're having some very very weird breakout, just know that product is not for you. What to actually look out for: if you notice the product you're using daily suddenly becomes unnecessarily painful on your skin after application. Example, niacinamide is something I basically use like every morning. It's part of my morning routine. So then suddenly I start noticing it's becoming like painful when I apply it. It's burning my skin when I know my skin has already built like tolerance to 10% niacinamide from the ordinary. Like, I would just know instantly that my skin barrier is totally compromised. You get it? So sometimes it's actually very easy to like detect a damaged barrier if you're very attentive. So this happened to me some few months ago. I applied niacinamide and suddenly this place just became red. Around my nose area here just went red. I'm like, what is happening? And the funny thing is, it went red, but I wasn't feeling any pain. So that was where I knew that I have done something to my skin that is too much. So it's time to like start reducing some things. So sometimes it's actually, the signs are actually there, but we are not just attentive, so we don't know. We just keep like blaming everything on skin purging when in reality is not skin purging. Some of the things I know that has really triggered my own skin barrier are like soap. You see, like kojic acid. When I use kojic acid like consistently, I tend to like realize that other product becomes like a bit painful to application. So if you notice your face is just suddenly red, maybe your sunburn becomes more obvious than what it used to be, just reduce the usage. If you're used to using it daily, maybe you cut down to 3 times a week, 2 times a week, or just take a break from it. So another thing I have noticed that I have totally changed is my tretinoin. Like at some point when I started tretinoin, I was using tretinoin like back to back, like it was crazy, till I realized that my skin was like getting dark, which was so weird. Then I started paying attention and I realized it can actually give you the opposite of what you're supposed to get from tretinoin. It took a while before I knew that I'm never going to build like tolerance to this product. This is something I know that I need for my skin, so I had to find a way to make it work for me. Even if I use like a pea-sized amount like this, it's certainly going to peel my skin. So I just realized there's no way me and this thing will be like friends. It's totally unfriendly to my skin. So that was when I just knew, okay, I had to find a better way to make it work for me. That is how to look out for things that are actually causing the problem. So me being able to like identify this like tretinoin, kojic acid and all of that, it's a very, very good start. That's the more reason why you cannot just be jumping on any trend, like buying this, buying that, buying this, buying that. You've not really allowed what you're already using your skin to like familiarize with whatever it is you've introduced. You jump, you add another one, you jump, you add another one. Sometimes you even dump them and keep buying. So sometimes listening to your skin is really going to save you a lot of stress. Now let's fix your damage barrier. You want to start like focusing on those things you know like that might have introduced the problem in the first place, and that is where listening, like paying attention to your product, comes in. Because if you don't pay attention, you wouldn't know what actually triggered it in the first place. So sometimes if you're not able to trace, maybe due to the fact that you're using too many things, you might have to just like stop everything for a while. Just stop everything you're using and start introducing skin barrier supports like repair serums, and I have some few that really works for me. So it's called Soothing and Barrier Support from The Ordinary, the pink serum. I call it the pink serum. So this one actually like really works for my skin barrier. Anytime I'm noticing my skin is like trying to act funny, I tend to just like stop using anything, like all the product I'm using. I just take a break and start using just this serum. Sometimes I can add niacinamide, sometimes I pair it with the aloe 2%. This is also from The Ordinary. This aloe 2% is really good, especially when you are like approaching your period. If you are the type that usually break out when it's that time of the month, you want to like have something like this aloe 2% by The Ordinary. It actually has a way of like prepping your skin and like keeping it at bay to like whatever thing that is trying to fight your skin, either pre or after. So it's very good. So these two serums, I always have them, but they are not the kind of serums I use like consistently. I don't use them consistently, but the pink serum is actually good to use consistently. But I just have too many serums that I don't like them to like I don't want my skin to get complicated. I don't want to get complicated with products. So for that reason, I had to like find a way to like space some of my products out to like when I truly really need them. And these two serums, if you're trying to fix your skin barrier, you want to look into them. It's going to help. Then your cleansers, those like soap you use, that's not when to start carrying kojic acid and be putting on your skin. No, if you've already started noticing redness, I know some people don't listen. It's like as the skin is even getting red, that is what is triggering them to even add more acid to the skin. I don't understand. That this is not the time you should be putting things like kojic acid or whatever acid on your skin. There are some very gentle cleansing, like the Johnson's has one that I've been using for a while. I really like. I will show you here, and some few you should actually try out that could help you. So this is the time to just go very gentle, not whitening, not brightening, whatever. You're just like basically trying to take out dirt from your face. So this is not the time to go extra. Give your skin a break. I always preach about sunscreen on this channel. If you've been following me, you know I would always tell you, whatever thing you're doing to your skin, if there's no sunscreen, you're just wasting your money, you're wasting your time and your energy. Even if you're indoors, use your sunscreen this period. It's going to like speed your healing. It really works. So even if it's sunburn you're struggling with, just double down on your sunscreen and you'll be amazed with the kind of result you're gonna get. So don't just assume everything is skin purging. Sometimes your barrier is actually screaming for help. So I hope I was able to help you understand what your skin is going through and what your skin is crying for. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye.